Hey YouTube, Blastoise Rules here today with PSA Returns number 4. Um, Pretty good grades this time around again. I mean, not as many gem mint 10s as I was hoping for, but whatever. Uh, Happy to say that the lowest grade that any card received out of these 40 cards was a near mint to mint 8, and 3 of those did, and they were my own cards. But I sent for 2 other people in here too, and I'll start this off. These first 3 cards belong to exclusive collector 37. We've got a Zapdos Hollow from base set, got a mint 9. A Charizard base set, got a mint 9. And a first edition Fossil Hollow, mint 9, Aerodactyl. Next, we get into Ludus de Morte Claudius cards. This is his second submission with me. He's got 11 cards here, and his grades were incredible. He sent 11 cards, 10 out of the 11 got gem mint 10s, and it included some base set commons and uncommons, first edition Shadowless, so I'm going to show those. We have a Rayquaza Gold Star Japanese, gem mint 10, really sexy card. Really wish my first edition one had a gem mint 10, but it doesn't. 2 of his cards, they labeled wrong. We have a Celebi EX Full Art, first edition, Japanese, but they labeled it as Cresselia. And we have a white Kyurem EX Full Art that they labeled as black Kyurem EX, which they're retarded, but whatever. I contacted him though, and it's going to take too long to get these fixed, so he's just told me to send them back to him, how they are. But he should be able to get them fixed at any other time. If he does another order with me, I'll easily just fix them for him when I send. A full art Lugia from Plasma Storm, gem mint 10. Looks sexy as hell in a case. Now another card that everybody wants. Japanese first edition from Plasma Gale, shiny Charizard, gem mint 10. Not really sure what to value this card at, but I can see online they're going for 500 shipped. I mean, I don't think anybody's bought them yet, but in the future I see them easily selling for that. Next we get into the 6 first edition common and uncommon first edition Shadowless cards. We have an Abra gem mint 10. Drowsy gem mint 10. And I'm actually debating on if I want to buy a first edition booster pack and open it just to get all 11 cards in it graded, because they have an easy chance of getting mint 9s and gem mint 10s. But that's pretty expensive. Like the cheapest packs I think are $230. We got a Ghastly. This was his only card to get a mint 9. Coughing, got a gem mint 10. All first edition. Nidoran Male, gem mint 10. and a Tangela Gem Mint 10. His grades were incredible. Gem Mint 10s are very, very difficult to get, especially on the Japanese ones, they're easier to get on, but these first edition base set cards, extremely difficult to get Gem Mint 10s on them. Like, probably the hardest to get Gem Mint 10s on those than like any other Pokemon card there is. Except for, maybe a Gold Star or Charizard, because they're usually off-center, but next, we got my own 26 cards. I'm going to go through them. We have sent this because I didn't have one graded yet. First edition Shadowless Machamp, Mint 9. I was actually told that this came out of the booster pack. I did not know that. I thought that they made the theme decks, like the original ones, were Shadowless or something, so I guess I learned something new. Very happy with this one. Poliwrath, first edition, base set. Came back in Near Mint to Mint 8. Was happy to get the 8 on that, which doesn't make much sense to me why this one got a 6 from another one of my orders, because this one with a 6 is in way better condition than that one with an 8 is. So I'm actually going to be resending this at some later time when I open up my account again, because I can guarantee you that it's not going to stay a 6. Even if it got a 7.5 or an 8, I'd be happier than a 6, because that 6 really pissed me off. So, but happy to at least get an 8 on that for my collection. Next, couple or 4 gold stars I think I sent. 3, 4. Registeel. Got a Mint 9. I've been watching one of these on eBay from the UK. He has a Gem Mint 10 one, but it's only $100. Buy it now. It's like, with shipping, just over $100. I might pick that up, just for the fact that I don't have a Gem Mint 10 one, and I think it's worth quite a bit more than that. Who knows? I'll find out, depending on what my tax return is, how much. Not really sure what I want to do yet. I was also looking up more first edition base set Charizards, because I saw somebody send one with Silver Snorlax and it got a Gem Mint 10. You're talking $3.5 grand on that. And I have a Mint 9 one, and to tell you the truth, I'm really jealous. So who knows, maybe I might end up buying another one of those eventually if I find a Mint one and getting it graded. But they seem to have went up in value by a lot. Like, even, I think ones in played condition are like $350 now or something, which sucks. But we have a Suicune Gold Star. This is one of my cards that came back in Near Mint to Mint 8. I mean, I wish it would have had a 9, but it had a little bit of whitening on the back of it. Down here there's a few specks, and a little bit on the corners, down there and up here. But I don't think it had its original full gloss either, so that definitely didn't get it a 9. But I mean, Near Mint 8 is still cool, so. I got a Mint 9 on my Raikou Gold Star. Really sweet. This card is really cool. I love it. Don't see them on eBay all too much. I was happy to pick that one up when I did a couple years ago. And then we have a Flareon Gold Star. This one came back in Near Mint to Mint 8. Another one that had a little bit of whitening on the back. Gonna pick up another one of these into Vaporeon, because they're both Near Mint to Mint 8s. They're pretty cheap gold stars. I mean, they're like $30. So hopefully I can buy a mint one for like 40 and send them in and get them graded. And at least get a 9 on them. Still a really cool card though. And I'm pretty sure... No. My friend, I sent 5 cards for my friend in another order. He's got a mint 9. I was just trying to think there for a sec. Then we have some English full arts and shinies and stuff. I find it very difficult to get anything higher than a mint 9 on any of these. I've sent a bunch of them and they're like all mint 9s. So anything from Noble Victories on for ultra rare wise, I can't get any 10s. I mean, I got a couple, a Superior and a Reuniclus from Dragon's Exalted, got 10s, but that was it out of like probably 50 that I've sent now, so. But we got a mint 9 on a Celebi full art. And many of these I pulled myself from Boundaries Crossed. Black Kyrmiox full art, mint 9 also from Boundaries Crossed. And a Charon full art from Boundaries Crossed. Came back a mint 9 also. I actually think I'm going to cut the video here and I'll edit the 2 parts together to give you one video so my memory card doesn't die. So I'll be back in a minute. Peace. Continuing on with this order. The first full art Skyla that I sent came back a mint 9. I swear though, I can't get anything higher than mint 9s on all this newer stuff. I sent all 4 Boundaries Crossed shinies. So we've got Golurk. Came back a mint 9. Terrakion. Came back a mint 9. This is one of the 2 cards I sent that I was hoping for a gem mint 10 on, and it didn't get it. Which sucks, because I pulled it myself, and I thought it was flawless. Luckily I have another one now though, so I'm going to send that one eventually too. That my friend pulled. Next, Altaria. Shiny from Boundaries Crossed. Came back a mint 9 also. Rocky Helmet. Mint 9 also. Shiny. Then we get into 2 Japanese full art, or Japanese shinies that I bought, their first edition, from Freeze Bolt and Cold Flare. We've got a Golurk, came back in mint 9. And a Terrakion, came back a mint 9. This is another one I was really hoping for a gem mint 10 on. It's just another one of my favorite shinies altogether. Just like how this card looks is incredible. We get into the VS series stuff. We have, I got some pretty good grades on these. We have a Price of Sneasel, came back a gem mint 10. Hollow. These are quite expensive to get like PSA graded versions of these VS cards. It's hard to tell that's hollow, but it is. Incredible though. I actually didn't even pull this one. I bought this online in a lot, which was insane to get a 10 on it because of that. And then we get into the couple Enteis that I pulled myself. My first one got a gem mint 10. Which I'll be keeping. But sadly, my second one only got a mint 9. So this one will be for sale. Was really hoping to get another gem mint 10 on it, just to net me a nice profit to buy some other cards with. But oh well, it's probably about a third of the profit it was before now. But I'm still gonna be selling it. I'm gonna post it on eBay. I'll put a buy it now or like best offer or something on it. We'll see where it goes from there. The last VS series card is Will's Espion. Came back a mint 9 also. Just because of the corner right here. Looks like it got a little nicked right out of the pack. Other than that, it's like perfect. And sadly, once again, my battery's not going to survive. So, I will have to switch it out again, so I'll be back in a sec. Finishing off with this PSA order, we have the big, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big 6 left. The 6 that I wanted to grade gem mint 10 the most, probably the most valuable-ish cards, rare cards. 5 out of the 6 got gem mint 10s. The last one didn't, which made me sad because I really wanted it to be a gem mint 10, but I'll show these to you. Lugia EX, Plasma Gale, Japanese first edition. Two of those. Full Art Lugia, Plasma Gale first edition. The one everybody wants, obviously. Charizard Plasma Gale first edition. The one that I was a little sad about, the Blastoise only got a mint 9. I swear, every time I try to grade a Blastoise, it doesn't get a gem mint 10 besides my first edition base set one. But these look so much better in Japanese than they do in English. And finally, a Claire's Blastoise Japanese VS series. Gem mint 10. Another pretty expensive card. Non-hollow, obviously. I have the second only ever graded VS series Blastoise. The other one's a mint 9. I have the only gem mint 10 in the world. So that's huge for this rare of a card. Now, I have my English cards here too, so I can compare. I have 4 Lugia regular, 2 English, 2 Japanese. Two full art Lugia, 1 English, 1 Japanese. Three Charizard, 2 English, and 1 Japanese. And lastly, Blastoise, 1 English and 1 Japanese. All of these English ones that you see here will be graded in the future. With my luck, they're probably only going to grade mid-9s though, which sucks. But it's still worth getting them graded in my opinion. And it was pretty sweet grades all over. I'd have to say I was pretty happy. And if you want to see what my PSA collection looks like, it's right here. Pretty big PSA collection, obviously. The big ones right here that everybody loves seeing. Still really jealous that Silver Snorlax had somebody send with him that got a gem ton on one of these. It's crazy. So that is my PSA collection. Thanks for watching, and thanks for watching the returns too. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll talk to you guys later.